Hey G-Spree gang, welcome back to Warden's Will. That's right, I'm doing another video on Warden's Will. Do you ever feel like you just want to fly around, maybe play some mines, maybe shoot some missiles, Flyer is the perfect champion in Warden's Will for you. If you just want to zoom around the map at light speed, maybe not light speed, but he gets from point A to point B pretty quick. Now overall, I think this video kind of talks more about speedrunning in Warden's Will versus actual flyer, so that's why I'm not calling this video Flyer is Easy, but regardless, I hope you enjoy. And if you're actually interested in seeing some speedruns, I would totally do like at least a video of it, or maybe even a stream of it. So let me know in the comments and hit that like. So I know this is stupid, and I know I've had so many other videos on Warden's Will, but Gamescom is happening, or just happened. I think they just finished, and Warden's Will was there. So I had to represent, and I was spamming their Twitter. Could be called harassment, but I just wanted to show my support, and I also dived into the wondrous world of Warden's World once more. So it's been a while since I've played a run, so I was just like, all right, we're gonna test out this flyer. So we're gonna test out this flyer guy, and I had really low expectations going into it, and I was like, oh, he's just like he's the main character. I mean, it's not really the main character when there's only like 3 people to choose from, but he just seems so lame and boring and whatever, blah blah blah. And I'm playing him, and I'm like, oh my god, this is super enjoyable. And I'm just like, if there's any character I feel that can actually speedrun, it's going to be Flyer and Dasher. And while Dasher is amazing, I would absolutely love to try actually quote-unquote speedrunning with him. I've played like multiple runs on Flyer here, and I've played probably like 5 or 6 just this morning, just to get this sub 8.5 minute run, which I think is pretty impressive. So like a couple days ago, I did a quick run, and then I managed somehow to get sub 10 minutes, and I was like, oh, this is pretty good, right? Because it's like, I feel like it's a pretty good feat just to be able to locate all of the transmitters, and then go on your merry way and kill enemies and get enough gems to charge the transmitters and whatnot, and then find where the portal is and get out. But once you play like a couple of runs, you kind of figure out, oh, the transmitters, once they're up, there's a beacon that shines into the sky, and then they point to where the other 2 transmitters are. For some reason, it took me a couple of runs to actually figure out that they weren't just like, oh, they're inside of this like area, right? No, there's one over here and there's one over here. Like that's how it works. So what I figured is, you start one, you find the first one, you start it up, head the beacon in the sky so it's always there, you can always see it, and then you kind of just wander around, kill enemies, grab gems that charge another transmitter, and then you find like the second transmitter, and then you charge the second transmitter, and then that one points you to where the 2 are. You've seen, okay, I know where this one is, so I'm gonna go over to find this one really quick. So you go over to find that one, and then it's like, oh. And then in this run, actually, one of the reasons that it went so fast is because one of the transmitters was like basically where one of the exit gates sometimes spawns, because there's like 2 or 3 different spots for the exit gate to spawn, and there's this one tree that it spawns up at the top. And so I'm like, hey, I've seen this, I've gotten this exit gate the past 3 times, so I'm gonna take my chances again and go for this one. And it just kind of worked out. So I was able to start that beacon and then go over to my first beacon again, and then charge it up. It was awesome. So yeah, this is a really different kind of overview video, because I actually just want to talk about Warden's Will. They were at Gamescom. I absolutely wish I could have been there, because that would have been so cool. We also get to see so many more people enjoying Warden's Will, so I figured I want to get on this hype train. I want to get into people's search results when they search up Warden's Will, so let's go. But I still do want to capture what Flyer is and what Flyer does. So Flyer is, he flies around, and he has an E that places a bunch of mines out, and you see me do this almost as often, and it comes off of cooldown, it seems, where if you're flying, you hit E, you just get a trail of bombs that follow. And then fall down behind you, and it's fantastic. Even if there's no enemies there, they could spawn and they could hit up those bombs. The bombs don't stay forever though, obviously, but it's really nice to just kind of have some groundwork and some minefields laid out before. And then his Q, I don't use it as much as I honestly would like to, because it's super fun to use. You kind of just hit Q, whale your mouse around and track a bunch of enemies, and then hit M1, and then they all go and seek out their target, and you can target pretty much anything that's on screen and everything that is on screen. It is fantastic. So I know my overview videos have been getting a little bit shorter recently. I don't really know why. It's because I'm kind of trying to, well, I suppose I do kind of know why. I'm trying to figure out what to fill all that time with. But this run is only 8 minutes and 16 seconds, so I want to make this video 8 minutes and 16 seconds so I can fit the entirety of the run behind me here. Once I actually, during a run, I believe right before this, I had a transmitter that was just pointing to something that seemed off the map. I'm like, I'm trying to find this one spot and I don't know where it is. It took me so long to find this one transmitter, and for the first time after 7 hours of gameplay, I found an area of the map that I've never been to. So in the center of the map, there's a big golden tree, and it towers, and it's like protected by like a shape thing, or I don't really know, a big wall basically, like a Coliseum type deal. But on the other side of the map, somewhere behind a wall, is a big blue tree. It's like the same tree, but it's blue, and then it's got much more like topography, map changes. It's very cool. And I've never seen that before, so I was like, holy, new experiences for me today. And in these runs, I also wanted to test out a new gun, the railgun. I'm giving the railgun a shot here, and I actually really liked it. So at the very beginning, Flyer was my least favorite out of it, because he just seemed so boring, which is stupid, by the way. It was a stupid take. I take everything back. I love Flyer. I love Hover. I love Dasher. I love them all the same. I really, at this point, I don't think I could pick a favorite, though Dasher is still pretty cool. I really am enjoying Flyer a lot, just because of, the flying, and because of the mines. The mines are so cool. And then his ultimate is just so satisfying to use. But anyway, out of the guns, the railgun, like, I would have picked the laser one first, like, over the railgun, but now actually using the railgun, like, forcing myself to use the railgun, I actually really like it a lot, and I think I'll be, like, picking it over a couple of the other guns. And for some reason, the sticky bomb gun, that was one of my favorites on launch, I just haven't played it because there's so many good options at this point. I absolutely love it. These guns feel so good to use. In these runs, I've been like using the terrain more to my advantage as well, and using those bombs that are just kind of there. You shoot them twice and they blow up, and they almost dang near kill everything that is in their vicinity. But yeah, the railgun is super cool. You charge up your right click by just shooting 2 or 3 shots. I think it's 3 shots, and then you get one rail sniper shot, and it doesn't penetrate, but it is still very high damaging. And I actually also used a bunch of like power-ups in these runs, which I really didn't take advantage of in previous runs and in previous days of playing. And I have found a super cool augment which I really like, and it wasn't found in this run, but there's an augment where if you shoot something, or I think it's kill, it shoots out a little like dart to the nearest enemy. So kind of like the ceremonial daggers in Risk of Rain 2. I absolutely love that. It's one of my favorite mythics. So seeing that in this game is very, very nice, and I love it. So yeah, I actually think that just about wraps everything up here. I hope my time hasn't been very skewed, and I hope I'm actually pretty close to being on time. So I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. I hope you love this Warden's Will gameplay. You can go test out the demo in the description. I'll link it to the store page, whatever. Please play it. It's awesome. Also, co-op is coming out soon. You can play with, I actually don't know how many people co-op is going to be, but you can play co-op soon. Hit the like if you're interested in seeing more Warden's Will. I'm absolutely going to be playing this game some more, so subscribe. Also, whatever, do the stuff. Thanks for watching.